number 5, season 5 of the Low Budgets. Man, we had a lot of these Night of Destructions.
Sure did.
Man, and I'm loving it. Loving all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, folks, we got a stacked lineup of events here to compete in on the Night of Destruction number 5 of season 5. And we're going to start things off with the Enduro. You saw us kind of prepping things and some changes going on in the Team Low Budget Artillery, one of which is that we now know going into this event that Rainbow Dash 3.0 will probably not see the light of day after this event.
Yep.
We will run her in the Enduro, and then we will also run her later in the Demolition Derby.
Now, the reason for that is because the track got an extra car, much like Rainbow Dash, and it's time to replace.
Yeah. Basically, what we're doing is we're doing a car swap. So we're like, hey, this works out if we
sacrifice one to gain one.
Right. And we've always had these overheating issues with Rainbow Dash. So we're like, let's finish her off. The other car isn't ready to go. What would be the new Enduro car?
Yeah, off-season build.
Yeah. So we'll work on that because we know we have another event that'll be coming up in just I think about a month from this one that'll end the season 5 of the Low Budgets.
And it's kind of funny looking back that we made the decision, but because they need a derby car,
yes,
your car has been giving you nothing but problems.
Right.
At least you'll have a good car for the final Night of Destruction in January.
Right. So as we get ready to go for this one, Tommy, you're going to be on track, and this time we know it. We never found the key that goes to your car. Have no idea where it went, but we found a replacement. How?
And incredibly enough, we've been utilizing this new car so far pretty well.
Yeah.
I took the key from your brand new Enduro car, and it somehow was able to work enough.
I guess those Hondas like each other, don't they?
And I don't know about that, but I would just hate to own a Honda in those years.
Right.
But it worked enough to start my car, and so I'm able to run my new little Honda hatchback.
All right, so you're going to be out there in the Enduro with me. My goal in this race is to just make sure my car makes it to the Demolition Derby. They're going to be running the full third mile, not a goofy track. And by goofy, I mean like my favorite type of tracks, the road course style. It's straight up the third mile.
Yep.
So knowing that, what are your goals in this race, and what do you think of the track?
Got to practice with my car a little bit, figure it out. My first time ever driving it on a racetrack during a race. So we'll see how it goes. But more so, I don't want to tear it up because I have a feeling that with the third mile, a lot of guys get crazy out there. We've got over 40 cars.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that, if I get in the mix, my car being as little prepared as a lot of the others, that someone will take me out.
Yeah.
So I'll just go out there and get the dust off the car, and we'll see where it goes.
All right, so you ready to have some fun
Let's
with, like you said, the 41 cars lined up for this event. It is the Enduro on night 5, Night of Destruction number 5 of season 5 of the Low Budgets.
Well, 5 is like Terry the Bond.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Night of Destruction. Tonight is doing 2 races, or 2 events. The Enduro, which we need to survive, and the Demolition Derby. I want to make sure this car isn't too bad after this race, but if it is, it is. Waiting. Hi.
to Bakersfield. So we're just taking it easy right now. This race is going to go 10 laps in one direction, and then we heard 10 laps in the other direction. These are our leaders. I don't know if this car is going to make the whole race. Only because it's always had that overheating issue and I'm already starting to get up there. Oh, blocking into turn number 3. This car isn't here for this. Well, I mean, it's always been for this race. Oh, contact up front. I'm starting to warm up. So let's see if I can cool it back down.
Well, the e-brake works. How's this doing for you? My car's sketchy because it's got no brakes. And when it does, it's very mushy. Very mushy brake pedal here.
So I shut it off. And I'm gonna pop the hood to try and pull it down.
Give up?
No, I'm just literally being the lowest budget car ever, and I'm deciding to cool off my engine while I'm okay. It's not. It was starting to get warm.
It was keeping up with me pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't going hard, but
honestly, I don't trust the right front.
Yeah.
Because I feel it rolling a little bit. It's not, the pressure isn't up for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should be out for at least a few laps. If it gets too hot, I'll just pull off.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't pace well, so.
No, exactly.
All right.
He's trying to get it started. Is that starting? Damn it!
I'll work on it.
Jump into the race.
All right, we're racing. If at first you don't succeed, do what we're doing. sure I'm going faster than I was earlier. That's the problem about having no brakes. That cooled off my engine. Oh man. This overheating issue is the reason this car is going to be in the Derby. I'm going to walk my car over. What? I didn't know if that cooled off my engine. Funny enough, that cooled off my engine. This is how we love budget TV, man. Oh, the crowd's loving on us. Part of me doesn't even want to see if my car will restart. All right, here we go again.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh man, we sold the show and we finished in the 20th, 30th position. Don't you do this to me, Ricky Bobby?
I think the cop car's stuck. Well, shit.
Oh, that ended up being hilarious. I'll take that. I'll take hilarity. Good times.
Whew. The Enduro is finished, and Tommy, I don't know anyone that could get as much cheering for finishing 33rd and 34th than us.
We can wow the crowd just by pushing each other out there.
Yeah, we were just screwing around out there. So, folks, like we talked about going into this event, really both of us were in kind of conservation mode. I wanted to make sure my car makes it to the Derby. You wanted to make sure that your car you get all the bugs worked out of it.
Yeah, this 3rd mile track is very uncommon.
Yeah,
so,
and it's fast.
And it's
very
fast. And I don't know my car well. I don't trust it.
Mm-hmm.
After my run, the thing goes pretty good. So now next time I know that, prep it during the off season, and I know that I can trust it a little bit more. Because I don't know, sometimes you get cars that have no brakes, very little brakes. Sometimes you get cars that the transmission starts flipping as you go.
Junkyard cars.
Yeah, these cars are all different conditions, so I don't want to go out there and run, 60, 70 mile an hour into a corner and not have a brake pad.
Right, and you always knew that you didn't want this car to be a Demolition Derby car because you've run a car like this car, and they're not. You feel every hit.
The small cars, those are going to be your race cars. Cars like your Rainbow Dash, the 4 doors with some trunk to it.
Yeah.
You want those to end up in a Derby.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to be doing with it.
Absolutely. So, people might be wondering what exactly happened in this race that led to the events. So what they did in this event, and this was something that I loved that they did it kind of threw us for a super loop. Now, we've always talked about how the track tries to do things to prevent people from setting up their cars so it can turn left real good or turn right real good. Well, the race director, Mike Atkinson, decided in the middle of the race to stop the field and say, all right, now we're going the other direction. It completely takes out any setup that anyone has going one direction or the other.
Oh, yeah.
So that was fun. But we ended up pulling off. So that's what you kind of see. So I pulled off the track, and as I mentioned in my in-car camera, I'm doing so to try and cool my car down so I'm not overheating or killing the engine before the Demolition Derby. Now, you saw me sitting over there and decided, well, hey, I can help you out.
Well, I figured you especially when you got out of your car, you needed some assistance. So I checked you out, and you said, yeah, I'm saving it for the Derby. And you weren't going anywhere, so I figured, well, might as well save it for the Derby by pushing you around.
Yeah, so we needed to cool down the motor, and the best way to do that is getting a lot of air to it without running it.
Yep.
So Tommy's pushed me around, and the fans loved it.
Yeah. We're drafting.
They ate it up, and we, of course, ate it up. You had a scary moment in it, though, at one point. So
there was the car that I got done pushing you, and I wasn't paying attention like I should up ahead, because I'm technically driving through your windshield, and I didn't look far enough ahead to see that there's a car up against the wall. So I bowed out from behind you and went wide, and when I did that, there was a car there, and I locked up the brakes until that car was there, and then I knew better. I got off the brakes, drove around it, we're all good to go.
Yep, so the red flag...
You thought that I had hit the wall, though.
I did. I was convinced. I'm like, oh!
I thought I was going to. Trust me, I thought I was going to as well.
It was wild. And so then the red flag came out for that. There were about just a couple laps to go in the race. And you went and did your own thing and left me out to dry. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to really ham up the fact that my car's not running. So I got out and I started pushing it around the track. Even the tow truck drivers were like, what, do you need help? And I'm like, no, I'm good.
Cooling down your car?
What's wrong? I was, cooling down the car. We just had so much fun.
Just goofing off.
Goofing off in this race. And again, you hear the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
They were going nuts for this. And that, Tommy and I, we like to put on a show, especially if, in the event that we're maybe not as competitive as we'd like to be in some of these events. But hey, what do they say? If you're not going to win,
put on a good show.
And I think we did that. So the Enduro is finished. Rainbow Dash 3.0 is ready to go for the Demolition Derby. Your car looks like it's ready to go for a skid plate race.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to get ready for the skid plate race, which is coming up next.